This light is amazing. There was a storm that just passed through here, and it was like somebody had turned a fire hose on the windows, blowing from the southwest, I think. I'm standing in front of our garage. I don't know if you can see, it was actually a famine cottage. And so a famine cottage is a building that's been here since the famine took place. So it started the big Irish famine that killed 1 million people and sent 1 million other people fleeing to, basically to exit this country. It took place in 1845. And I picked up this little book on a bookshelf at our friend's house when we were staying there. And I became obsessed for some reason with the potato famine, with how the British handled it, how they essentially helped wipe out all these people. And it also reminded me of, the gangs of New York, what happened when all these people that managed to survive the famine, they fled, and a lot of them ended up in New York. And the second they landed in New York, having survived 6 years of famine, they were picked up and conscripted into the Union Army and sent to fight in the Civil War, and then they dropped dead there. And it also made me think about the Great Depression, how Franklin Delano Roosevelt actually turned the country around and handled something that could have been like the potato famine so brilliantly with the New Deal. As you can tell, I'm a total history buff. But the thing about this cottage, we had a friend come up to the house one day, and she said, "God, you can feel the ghosts around here." And I kept insisting that it wasn't the ghost from the people who survived the potato famine, but the woman who owned our house before. Let me see if I can show you our house. That's the house, our house right there. So the woman who owned the house was this old Dutch lady, this recluse. And she never left the house, and you can feel her spirit. And I love this old woman. She left behind, or her kids had missed this family photo album that she had, and this little sweater that she had knit. And we'll go through the house sometimes, and you can almost feel her there. And I'm not a superstitious person. I don't believe in ghosts necessarily. It's not, I'm not that sensitive to a lot of things. And you can feel her there, and I can totally understand why this woman never left the place, why she stayed and had her groceries delivered and had a woman in town come and do for her, because it's the most peaceful place on earth. So every once in a while we're like, "Hey, we hear you. Thank you for leaving us this place." But anyway, this is our famine cottage, and we have this idea, maybe one day we're going to turn it into a workshop or some such thing. But that's it. I wanted to share with you that idea. You see why I like writing? You can fix everything. You can fix all of those little transitional glitches. Anyway, I'll talk to you tomorrow.